You're recording me?
I am
Not driving. Got another tunnel coming up.
Beautiful Pyrenees, Jill. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful.
I'm glad the snow poles aren't required today.
Not brought your crampons? This morning, Jill, we were looking out over a beach, and now we're looking out over some ski slopes. Where have we come? I'm going to tell everybody.
We've come all the way through Spain via Pamplona.
Past Pamplona, whisked past Pamplona.
All the way up into the Pyrenees, and we're now very, very close to the French border, actually.
Those mountains there are in France.
Yes.
And
we are in Spain.
This little holiday resort, we're in Spain still, this little holiday resort is called Candanchu.
Candanchu. Yes, and as you can probably see from all the ski lifts and things like that aren't operating now, it's peak place for skiing, and you can literally ski back to your van if you were so desired.
If you come here sort of January, February, you can get out of your van, go for a ski and wander back. Should we go and wander up to the snow, Jill? I think we should.
What, that bit there?
No, it's just slightly higher. Come on, let's have a look. It's pleasantly warm, isn't it? You've got shirt and shorts on, albeit long sleeve shirt, but there's a bit of a breeze, but it's very pleasant. I think it's going to go chilly overnight. The weather app says 6 degrees. So from here, we're very close to a place called Somport, aren't we? And Somport, let's have a look all the way around. Snow all the way around. Look, well, not over there. Oh, there's a bit over there even. And quite a bit on the mountains over there. So we're very close to the entrance to Somport Tunnel.
Yes.
Which is a 5-mile long tunnel into France. The alternative is to drive over the mountains, and we're going to decide tomorrow, aren't we? If the weather's rubbish, we'll perhaps go through the tunnel. If the weather's like this, there's no way I'm not driving over the mountains. You've got to see this view. You've got to see these views, haven't you? It's beautiful. The ski lift's not working today, Jill, but when we pulled up to park, there's about 3 skiers came down the slope. They must have just walked up and skied down, mustn't they? There's no ski lifts running at all of any type. There's hardly any snow. I mean, they did manage to ski down from somewhere though. There's also quite a high avalanche risk if you go up into the, according to my weather app, if you go up below any of those snow slopes, because it's so warm at the moment. Unseasonably warm apparently for the time of year. So that sort of makes the snow less stable. Morning everybody, we've just woken up in the Pyrenees, and we've got 2 technology problems. I'll mention one: our screen that we use to navigate has died. We also use it for phone calls and music, you name it. That's died. I'll show you a picture of that in a minute. There it is. Look at that, it's completely dead. Also, the camera that I normally use, which is an Insta360, I can't get the videos off it very easily, so I'm going to use that a bit less, and I shall be using my phone to video a bit more, unless I can work out how to resolve this issue with my primary camera. But anyway, it's been a lovely night, wasn't it? Very quiet this morning. Some people have turned up and gone off with skis on their backs. There's no ski resort here, but presumably if you hike up higher in the mountains, you can find some snow. But some of the snow, you noticed something about the snow around here, didn't you, Jill?
Well, there's less snow right at the bottom here than there was yesterday when we came. So it's
a lot's melted over.
A few more days and we won't see much at all.
No, it went down to about 8 last night outside, didn't it? Something like about 8 degrees. So it's quite chilly here. We're going to drive over the tops because the day is looking lovely. We're not going to go back down through the tunnel, and we're going to a little town called Po to have a look around there first, which is probably about getting on for 2 hours away over the Pyrenees. So we'll do a few shots as we go to show you the drive. Yeah, let's go on the road, shall we? See ya.
Bye.
Where are we, Jill?
We're in Po.
Po, or Pau, P-A-U, but it's pronounced Po. But when you sort of pronounce it wrong, it sounds like going to Pau, like that China in my hand song, people. To Pau. Anyway, it's to Po.
I don't think many people will recognise it from your rendition.
How did it go? China in my hand. Anyway, it's an awful song. I hate it. But, anyway, we're in Po, so we're going to have a little look around Po. On the way, we're about halfway on the way to our air park up tonight, and yeah, we've just had a lovely 2-hour drive down from the Pyrenees. It's from about 2,500 metres up, was it?
No, 1,500 where we
1,500
started.
metres where we were
We
camping.
were looking up at 2,500.
Yeah, we were camping at 1,500 metres in that lovely car park
Ski resort
at
Candanchu.
Candanchu, and now we are in Po, so we'll show you around Po. It's looking quite posh. Look at all the palm trees, Jill. Loads of palm trees, beautiful. Jill, there's that guy practicing on his trombone, and the dog is joining in. But just behind them is a funicular railway, which I think isn't running at the moment. Yes, here's the top of the funicular, look. It's definitely not running, it's got some sort of little wagon thing on it. So you'd like a coffee, Jill? I think we're in the right place. This is where all the little coffee places are. Very lovely here, isn't it? It's a bit posh. Feels a bit sort of upmarket, doesn't it? That must be the chateau in the distance, Jill.
Yeah. It's a pretty little place, isn't it?
It's pretty. It's a big place, actually, isn't it? And very
It is
grand.
a big place,
Some of the place is a bit too posh for us.
No, it's
Well, me
not.
in particular. You know what I mean. Very grand, Jill. Does it say what it is? Is it just the chateau? Very pretty.
It is, isn't it?
Very hot, and we need to get back before it gets too hot for Milo, don't we?
We do.
We can't stay out too long. So should we head back?
We'll start like meandering back. Yeah.
Let's meander back
Yeah.
and go and cool the van down. Okie dokie.
See you in a bit. Oh, it's great Thomas as well.
Oh, right, okay. So we think this is a Tour de France exhibit, isn't it, of winners, is it?
Winners,
I guess. Is
yeah.
each one a yellow
Yeah.
jersey winner?
No, winners.
Winners. So that's Geraint Thomas there, 2018. Okay, so some of these are faded. I can see the sort of photos further back are faded in there a while, haven't they? 2019. Yeah. Egan Bernal, 2019. So I don't think some of these are old and faded. They're just very old photos and black and white because they go right back. There's one here, look. 1903, Maurice Garin. Is that the first one, you think?
Yeah, this seems to be about they've worked their way around if you look at them.
Yes.
Working their way out.
So the very first winner was Maurice Garin. A handsome looking chap with that nice moustache. So we have British Bradley Wiggins. Have you spotted some more? Oh, we got Chris Froome, 2013. You spotted another one?
Yeah.
Oh, over here,
not
20, not this one.
Chris Froome again.
Chris Froome again, 2015.
And Chris Froome again.
And flipping heck, how many times did he win? Chris Froome again, 2016.
And again.
And again, 2017. Wales, Geraint Thomas, 2018. Well, there you go. There you go. What an interesting little thing this is.
In 500 metres, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Chemin d'Orge Pau, D943.
Good morning, everybody. Morning. We've just woken up at a little campsite we've treated ourselves to for 3 nights at €20 a night. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's called La Rivière, the river. It's a hotel and campsite. Look at that beautiful building there. I mean, it's just a delightful place, isn't it? Very French. And we're in the Vezere Valley, so we're very close to the river Vézère, which we're going to walk down to now, and also walk into a little town called Les Eyzies. I think that's how you pronounce it. And the Vezere Valley is very well known for prehistoric cave paintings, isn't it? We did try to book in, however, because of some holiday in Paris, it's very busy with bookings for these places, and there's very limited bookings, like 50 people a day are allowed in to see the cave paintings. I think because they're very sensitive to light and you can only view them with the guide's torchlight and things like that, so obviously they try not to, they keep the tourists really low to preserve them. I think that's the story behind that. So sadly, we're not going to see the cave paintings. We're going to come back another time and do that, though, aren't we, Jill?
I think so, yeah. We're going to see like a information place all about the valley and all this prehistoric history that they've got.
Yeah, sort of museum, I think they call it, don't they?
Well, there's a museum and an information
place. Yeah, so we're just walking into the little village of Les Eyzies now. And yeah, it is the most beautiful spot, not far from Bergerac, the subject of our first video. So we're only about 50 kilometres, I think, away from Bergerac. So here we go. This is a really weird bridge, isn't it, Jill? It's like a traditional road bridge, but the footbridge they've attached to it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's really strange. But this is the river Vézère. The campsite is over there to our right, and the village is just over here to our left. It's only about a 15-minute walk in, isn't it? Something like that. And there seems to be loads of bars. It's very set up for tourists, isn't it? Basically, I think it's a very popular area for tourists to visit here because of all these grots, they call them, don't they? Where the cave paintings are. Up and down, up and down. You've seen a lot of bamboo around here, haven't you? Sort of just growing out in the countryside like this. More than I have anywhere else that I've travelled. Oh, looks like another campsite or or something. It's an air, yeah. It's an air, is it?
Yeah, camping car.
Camping car air. Okay. I looked at that and thought, let's go for a nice campsite. It's a nice air though, isn't it?
It's all right, isn't it?
It's beautiful, yeah. It's in a great location, isn't it? Great location near the river, just to the side of the river, basically. So camping car, that probably would have been something like €10 a night. We're spending €20 a night, but we do have some surprises to show our viewer, don't we, later? I'll do a tour of the campsite later. Yeah, has got a very beautiful site. If anybody watched our videos of Ireland, you know how difficult it could be, relatively, to find bins. There's no problem here, is there?
Absolutely
The place
not.
is full of huge bins and lots of air de camping car and things like that. Anyway, let's keep walking straight up under the railway line for a change, Jill, rather than walking over level crossings.
That makes a change.
It does. It does make a change. So the village, the small town of Les Eyzies, is sort of overshadowed by these huge cliffs, some of which actually overhang, don't they, Jill? I don't know if you can tell on the video, but they actually overhang, and there are buildings built onto the side of them, and I think that's where the museum you're visiting is, isn't it? In some buildings that are sort of built onto the side of the cliff. But you can see up there, look, just to our right, they're sort of nestled into the cliff face under an overhang. So whether those are, that might well be part of the museum. We shall soon find out. Yeah, can't wait. This is where we find out whether Google was lying about the opening hours. It said it was open today and closed Tuesdays, I think, which I thought was an odd day to be closed, but anyway, we'll see how accurate Google is predicting the opening times of this museum, which is right next to this lovely building, brasserie. Yeah, it's the museum. Let's see. Musée National de Prehistory. Well, just come in and been welcomed by a woolly mammoth, and it costs €10 each to come in. And yeah, we're going to follow our noses and see what we see.
See what we see.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a cast of Lucy from Africa. 3.5 million year old Homo something or Homo something else, I think. Anyway.
Homo,
a hominid, human type ape. Yeah.
They do not belong to the human species.
Oh, they're not humans?
No.
Okay. But a hominid, which means, okay. Small brains. Okay. It's not too small a brain to be a human.
So you're not human.
Oh, there's a little statue of you, Jim. Was it a bloke? Can't
Well,
tell.
it looks like a bloke to me.
Oh, it's me then, is it? Is that what you're saying?
Looks about as attractive as you are.
So who is this handsome lad? Nario Katomi boy. Again from Africa. Found in
1984.
1984. Or the skeleton was.
Yeah.
And that's what they thought he probably looked like. Yeah, an adolescent. Right down here, look, Jill, is a moose. I think we need a Fawlty Towers reference now, don't we? Hello, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Do you know that reference, the Fawlty Towers episode where there's a moose? There's
about moose.
There's a moose in the Fawlty Towers on the wall, and Manuel is crouching on the floor practicing his English. And I think it's the, what was it, the old military guy, I've forgotten his name now, gets confused and thinks the moose is talking to him. So the moose is saying things because he's practicing his English. Manuel is saying, hello, how are you? Very nice to see you.
I see.
Do you remember it? No. And then his antler keeps falling down and it falls off the wall and it's a nightmare. Anyway.
It's actually a Megasaurus.
Oh, it's a Megasaurus, Megaceros. Well, it looks like a moose to me. It's perhaps a bit, looks a bit like a moose, a wooden moose. It says, do not touch, Jill. Mm. She's a bit creepy, he or she. I sort of don't want to touch, do you? A bit sort of too realistic for now. Don't want to touch him either. I think he'd thump you in the face if you tried to touch him. It's very well laid out, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, that was walked in that sunshine on my back.
There is.
Hanging rocks above us. Everything falls off. Oh, this is rather grand. Well, look at the view here. So our campsite must be sort of straight ahead somewhere in the trees.
Castle, statue, panoramic.
Chateau, statue, view panoramique. I'm sure we can keep going that way. Oh, isn't that lovely? What a beautiful view of the town. Yeah, there's cliffs all the way round as well, aren't there? What a wonderful museum, isn't it?
Really good.
What,
really
7
good.
million archaeological artefacts. And it's very, very well presented, isn't it? Very well laid out. €10 each. That's not bad, is it? £8 each or something like that.
No.
About £8. Well, we're really under the rocks now. This is quite incredible, isn't it?
I feel like you're in the rocks.
You feel, well, we are, sort of.
Sort of, aren't we?
Luckily, they don't look crumbly. I don't think anything's going to drop on our heads, I hope.
I've been here a few years. Hopefully we'll stay a bit longer.
Yeah.
Or long enough for us to get out.
I wonder what is this shape? Fascinating. So I was reading the board, do you think some of those holes right up there?
The big holes.
The big holes, not the little tiny ones, the ones that people could squeeze in, were used for inhabitants to look out over the valley, to surveil the valley. So, yeah, some of the caves in these cliff faces, there's some birds coming and going. Some of the caves were actually used. How have they got up there? I don't know, whether there's an access somewhere else, but gosh. Well, we've had our cultural and historical hit
for today.
For today, possibly for the week. That was really interesting, wasn't it?
Oh,
so,
really good.
Really interesting.
Good.
Yeah. Not a lot of English words on things, but there were enough, and I could understand enough French to get the gist of things. But yeah, I think we need a coffee now, don't we?
I think a coffee
would be. And then we'll head back to the van for lunch.
Yeah.
See our little cat. It's warming up, but hopefully it'll be nice and cool there.
We're under the
because
shade.
We're in the shade of some trees,
aren't we?
Yeah.
We might.
Oh, hello.
Do something later
we
on,
might use one of the facilities.
May be quite surprising.
Yes, I've still got to do a tour of the site, so don't let on yet, Jill.
Yes.
But yeah, we might go do something that will surprise our viewer. So if you're watching, Norma from Basingstoke, stay tuned in. Well, we're nearly back at the campsite, but we need to mention that we're thinking of somebody, don't we? Because today is the day of the London Marathon.
It is.
So who are we thinking about?
Well, there's a few people actually, that I know are doing it. But
there's only one I know, which is Megan.
Which is Megan.
Sudbury Hall. So we're thinking about you, Megan. Hope it's going okay. Hope it's not quite as warm and muggy as it is here. And who else do you know doing it?
There's a couple of people that I know from the gym. So good luck to them.
Have they got names?
Zoe and I can't remember. Amanda?
Zoe and somebody.
Can't remember.
Possibly
I'll have to look.
Samantha. Did you say Samantha, possibly?
Amanda.
Oh, Amanda. Okay. Possibly.
But I might be wrong with that. I'll have to check.
Okay. Megan, I know is definitely Megan's name.
Definitely Megan.
So,
definitely Megan. Good luck, Megan.
Fingers crossed.
Hope it's not as warm as when I did it.
Yeah, we'll find out in a few weeks when we get back.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I might do a quick tour of the of the site, Jill, before I go back to the van. So I'm going to give you the keys. I'll do a very quick tour just to show people what's here. And then I'll come and meet you in a couple of minutes, okay?
Yes, you do that.
Right, well, while Jill goes back to the van to rest her leg, Jill has done a marathon herself in the past. She won't be able to do one at the moment. She needs a new hip. So I'm going to give you a very quick tour of the site. I'm going to walk very briskly. I'm not used to walking briskly when I'm walking with Jill at the moment. There's a toilet block there. That's for half the site that is currently closed. So we've only got this side of the site open at the moment. It's not peak season. When you arrive past this beautiful building, you first park in this little car park. At the top end of the car park are the rubbish bins, etc. So that's where you take your rubbish. It's all properly recycled, like a lot of places in France and on the continent. You can separate everything out. The reception is then through this archway under that really peculiar little building on the top into a little courtyard. So reception is straight ahead. There's also a little coffee shop in there. Just round to the right is laundrette, which is where I did some washing yesterday. There's some apartments you can stop in here. In reception or at the little coffee shop just beyond, you can order baguettes and croissants for the following day. You can also have breakfast there. They do light snacks and things like that, so that's very pleasant. I've not used that yet, but we'll perhaps have coffee and croissant for breakfast tomorrow morning in their little playground for kiddies. And over here, which we're going to visit later, which Jill alluded to earlier in this week's video, especially it's going to get warm later today and tomorrow. There's a lovely pool, and the little pool over there is heated as well. Yeah, so you're going to have a dip in there later when it warms up a bit. And then the main site, which is open to campervans, caravans and tents, is just through here. And at this end of it is sort of very modern toilet block with showers, toilets, set toilet emptying, wash pots, do hand washing of clothes, that sort of thing. Yes, it's all very nicely laid out. And we are just over here. So Jill's already in. I'm going to go in and have some lunch. And that's my quick tour of this beautiful site, La Rivière, which I would definitely recommend for you. Is it cold in the sea off Ireland? If the answer is yes, I'm not going in. I might go in tomorrow.
Not, but it feels it initially. Probably because we're a bit warmer outside.
We've got warmer, haven't we? It was cold in Ireland anyway, yeah. So yeah. You're in.
I made it. I don't know how long I shall last, but I did make it.
Well, shall we say hello to everybody and tell them where we are, Jill?
Have we checked the locks?
Oh, no, let's just check the locks. Locked. 1, 2, these are all the back will be. So we have moved on from probably the most beautiful campsite, literally, I've ever stayed in, I think, at La Rivière in Les Eyzies. And we're just stopping one night at this little inn at a town called Sarlat-la-Canéda. So not Canada as in the country, Canada with the E in it. I'm not quite sure what the derivation of the name is. I'll look it up and find out and let you know on the spot on the screen now. But we're visiting here just for one night because it's supposed to be a very, very beautiful old city centre. And it's only half an hour from that lovely campsite we stayed at for the last 3 nights. Oh, here come the Pompiers. Hello, Pompiers. go. Pam pong, pam pong, pam pong. There's the Pompier. Yeah, so we're just going to wander down into the old city centre. It's gone a little bit grey. There's the odd little spit spot in the air, but we think it should be drying up now, don't we? Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Both fingers and everything else crossed. Shall I have a nose down here, Jill? It looks interesting down here. These look like places you might come to this evening. Might even have to do a little bit of filming just to show our viewers, because normally we want to know why we don't ever show ourselves eating.
Yeah, tapas.
This looks nice, doesn't it? The duck with pepper sauce, what on earth is that? I don't know. It's not a restaurant, I'll tell you that. Looks like an art gallery there.
Oh,
and another square. Oh, this is a little square around the cathedral I was talking to you about. And I think there's a market in this cathedral. So we've got to wander in there and have a little look. There's some geese, Jill.
See those on the postcard. I wondered what the relevance was.
Well, that's where they are. It's for little children to sit on and suck their lollies. I think we'll have to send Sudbury a little postcard from here, Jill. What do you reckon?
I think we might.
We might have to. So if you're watching anybody from Sudbury, expect a post. You probably have got it by the time you see this video, to be honest.
That's true.
But expect a postcard from Sarlat-la-Caneda. Another foie gras shop, Jill. If you want foie gras, come to Sarlat. About every 10th shop seems to specialise in foie gras, doesn't it? Something like that. There's another one. La Graise foie gras artisan conserveur. Yeah, I reckon. And a lot of the restaurants, look, this restaurant here, foie gras. So, yeah.
It is definitely big round. We will have to do some research.
What, about foie gras?
Yeah.
I think it's just foie gras region, isn't it, basically? I think there must just be lots. It's called the foie gras route, so you must be like a lot of foie gras farms. I guess they're farms, aren't they? Where they make it round here. There's little pots with a trio. See how much a block of the quince costs.
Cherry, but today that's raspberry because I didn't have cherry today. So it's raspberry.
But it didn't.
These are all big selection boxes, not they? I just want a little block of them. See how much it is.
So what have you got?
Quince pats. So a little block, 100 grams.
Fruit jelly.
Just fruit jelly, yeah, made from quinces, which I love quinces. I've had quince for ages, so I'm looking forward to that.
Interesting to try.
Yum, 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 yum. Oh, cheers, my dears. What have you got to drink?
I have a Rivière Ombre.
Ombre. I just got a Santal Cool IPA, which I shall have a little taste of.
And we are at literally the pub.
It's called Le Pub. That's actually really nice. Brooklyn Brewery. Heard of it, alcohol-free special effects it's called. Very, very nice. There's what it looks like.
That is very nice as well.
We're going to sit here for an hour, I think, probably, and it will go by, and then we'll go back to see our little pussycat Milo, won't we? See how he is. A little bit cooler today, which is good for Milo, because we don't have to race back at peak heat time to make sure the van doesn't get too hot. So we can all relax this afternoon. Yeah. It's lovely to be here, Jill.
Oh, it's lovely.
And we now need to tell our viewer,
Norma
from Basingstoke, that we have a big decision to make tonight, don't we? We don't know where we're going tomorrow. We often don't. We often plan. We nearly always plan the day before, don't we?
We do.
But we don't know whether to go from sort of central southern Spain, central southern Italy, France. I was having alcohol-free beers.
Are you sure you had the alcohol-free?
We don't know whether we're going west. Come on. To La Rochelle and the West Coast, do we? Come on. Or we're going to head.
Have you got it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So we're going to decide tonight whether we're going to head west towards the coast, or east towards Lyon, that sort of way, and go up the east coast of east side of France. It's not a coast.
No, it's
we
not a
haven't
coast.
tried it yet. It's not a coast. There's no seaside
No,
there.
it's attached to Switzerland and all
yeah,
those places.
So we're going to decide tonight. It's all dependent on the weather, and the weather apps are sort of saying slightly different things. So we'll decide tonight. So we'll surprise you tomorrow where we're going. So we're going to sign out now on video, and tune in next week to see where we end up. Now we're going to come back in here to have a meal tonight. We won't bring a big camera,
but we might get a few stills.
We'll get a few stills. We'll share those with you right now as the credits roll. So tune in next week to see whether we go to
Left
the coast,
or right?
left or right, basically, east or west,
Or
pull
drat
down.
or gauche. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
A drat or
Yeah.
a gauche.
rat or gauche. So see you next week, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye for now.